them if.
I'm going fishing.
Okay. Welcome to the live. It came on quick. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. We're talking about fishing.
What's going on, good people? Good to be back with you. We missed the last live. What happened last week?
We was tired.
I think or sick.
Half sick, half tired.
Yeah.
And the truth be told, we late right now because I was asleep and Alex just let me sleep. I said, "Why you didn't wake me up? We know we go live at 7."
It's all good. We here now.
I'm trying to see which camera. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me set up everything. I hope you guys are having a great weekend and a blessed Sunday.
We had a blast today, me and the family.
Yes, we did. We went boating. Y'all didn't tell us how tiring boating is.
Oof.
It's tiring.
I fell off that tube today.
I slung him out. He let me drive one time. I was like, I'm finna make this one time count because I'm not really comfortable doing it. As long as I got him
like
on.
I hit my neck in the water. I'm like,
let me massage.
I'm fine.
Harris Value says, "What's up, Alex from Missouri?"
Missouri in the house.
Jose Vega says, "Yo,
yo, Bill Gates,
Bill Gates, greetings from Melbourne, Florida. It was so nice to meet you. Meet almost everyone on Friday. Everyone was so nice. If I lived closer, I would work for Alex for free. I'm sad that I missed you. I heard that you had came up.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you, Bill."
Robert McKenzie says,
I enjoyed it.
Watching from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh in the house.
TikTok funny moments. What's up?
I like that name.
We over on TikTok too. I would say this. And whatever I can say to y'all, I say in TikTok face too. They toxic over there. People are just, I don't know.
They on some other stuff.
It's like, is everybody on TikTok on drugs? Like, what's going on over there? I don't know. Gabe says, "Good afternoon. I got that little radiator leak fix on my Honda."
Oh, nice.
The story you said about freezing in the winter scared me. That's right. Oh, with water in it. Yeah, man.
That'll get you.
We're fast approaching. Seasons are changing here soon. Car Wash Channel of Northern PA. What's going on, Josh?
Hey, that's my buddy.
He said, "Hey, Alex, my coffee cup came, but it came shattered. Lord,
oh, no, that's horrible.
Tell them folks send you another one. Tell them send you 2 of them. Must have been something with the UPS people in your area.
They damaged it. They always damaging stuff. They don't care. I worked in the UPS. I'm working on their trucks.
Any Lord, it's got to be because then they ship it back first time you order one.
Jeez, they don't want you to be great, man.
You know what? Somebody work like and they delivering jack.
Keep me up to date, though.
Raining over here. Okay, got you. If y'all can see me, say what's up. Meanwhile, I keep on going. It is raining and storming in our area, so hopefully the internet hold up.
It will.
We won't have an issue. All right. 313 close. Let me scroll down right quick. Make sure y'all still here. Hold on. Can y'all still hear us okay?
Yeah.
Let me know while I'm at the bottom.
Oh, he sent me a picture.
He said of it shattered though.
Man.
I wanted to see what it looked like good.
Yeah, I wanted to see it too. I'm about to order me one.
All right. Can y'all hear me? If you're still on live, let me know. I just want to make sure before we do all this talking and y'all ain't heard nothing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody check in.
Somebody put in the chat if you can hear. Yep. Love y'all. All right. I'm gonna go.
Love you too.
Yep. TikTok says yep. Okay, cool. All right, let's get the questions rolling because I don't want to, before we get too packed in here, I don't want to miss everyone. All right, 313 says, "Hello, Alex. Have a question for you. What is the sound when you turn the steering wheel on both sides? Is it the struts? I think it's CV axles."
Yeah, if it makes a clicking noise,
click.
that's CV axles, but you didn't specify your sound. It's going to be kind of hard to answer that question. What is the sound? Is it
clicking?
Clicking, like a binding, springy sound. If it's like a bindy, springy sound, that's your struts. If it's a clicking when you turn and apply power, those are going to be your CV axles. If it's a squeaking noise, those are going to be your ball joints, something ball joint related. Don't play around with those squeaks because sooner or later they're gonna pop out the joint and leave you on the side of the road, potentially putting your life in danger.
All right. Mighty Prophet says, I do a lot of reach. They fixed the Pentastar tick after 2018. Have you heard and problems from 2019 plus?
No. They just still have oil cooler issues, I'm assuming. We had an 18 that came through probably last year sometime. It needed an engine because she ran it hot. I got this piece of hair.
I'm just saying, leave that piece. If it's gonna look like alfalfa, just leave it. They done seen you with worse hair on the video.
I know.
Trust me.
I don't like seeing myself like this. It's different if I'm not seeing myself.
I understand what you're saying.
It's good about the hairs.
No, we haven't heard any problems though. But I heard somebody come in and was like, nope, they didn't fix the problem. So if we get a newer one in, we'll definitely put it on.
Film it.
Yeah, for sure. Alonzo Johnson says,
Alonzo.
Hey, Alex. That's the name I see a lot. He always come in and support, and I appreciate it. We together most of the time read the comments, and I see a lot. Trey 4. Good afternoon, doctor and nurse. Hello.
I like it.
What can I get for $5,000 at the car auction that you recommend I look out for? Oh, I was at the auction today.
Oh, I seen the stuff you put in there.
Did you like the stuff that I put in there?
Yeah.
See, you my mechanic, so you can maintain. We're gonna talk.
You put a hybrid in there. I don't know hybrid.
I might have accidentally did that. But what can you get? Man, you can get something good for $5,000.
Especially at the auction, but be careful. Sometimes that stuff be at the auction for a reason.
What are you trying to get? I mean, what's your goal? Are you trying to do a daily driver? Are you trying to flip it?
Are you trying to a pickup truck for yourself?
What you trying to get, Trey?
Everybody have their preference shopping at the auction. If you're trying to buy something, flip it, make sure it's going to be a popular car that fly off the shelf pretty quick, because you don't want to buy anything that's going to be lingering around that's not popular.
Right. Let us know more details, and that way we can better point you in the direction. My guy, Leighton Tech. Thank you for the super chat. He says, hey folks, today was awesome. My service advisor paid for the entire dealership to go to the lake.
Oh, nice.
Dealer's life, nice. Couldn't miss the stream. See, that right there is what we love.
Ooh, it came down outside.
That right there.
Hey, to go to the lake. Oh man, we missed you. What lake you was at? Now
he's not here in Georgia.
At a whole other state.
We was at
Jackson.
Lake Jackson.
I got lost. I didn't realize that lake was that big.
Yeah, it did. But no, that's the kind of big boy stuff that I would like to do for our team as we continue to grow. And I give them incentives. Hey, we hit our numbers. Everybody getting bonuses. Shoot, I dream for the day we all can go on a Carnival cruise together. Come on, so I love that. I love to hear that.
We're definitely gonna make that happen one day. Everybody going on a cruise.
For sure. They might not like Carnival,
but hey, a free cruise.
I'm glad that they're treating you nice. I hope that you're learning. I'm glad you're still there, man. I remember when you got that job. I'm so proud.
My good old piano questions.
Bill Gates.
Man,
listen here, man.
Else,
you
brother.
Give so much, bro. We appreciate the super sticker. We really do.
You are the best.
You already gave us your business. That's enough. We thank you so much.
He said he was gonna do that. I'm like, look,
listen here.
You like it, Alex, the car doctor is enough.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, brother.
For sure. Alonzo says boat videos. Alonzo, I almost had you one today. It was just
we had some issues.
We had too many kids in there. I'm a mother, so my nephew came and it was his first time out, and I was like, I don't want to film.
It would have made some good filming though, because we had issues.
Yes, we did.
We was on our maiden voyage number 2.
It ain't a maiden voyage, it's just number 2.
Yes, it is, because it's another engine.
Yeah.
So really, it was a test run, but I explained it. Look out for the long form videos.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
film
it tomorrow. There should be a video coming out tonight, but we'll film that tomorrow. But
y'all gonna like what I did.
It's a V8 now.
I'm gonna make him give it away, man.
It's Alonzo. He deserved to get a look.
Okay, yeah. So I went with a V8.
So much better.
Yes.
Omar Rivera says, I got a question. What is the best brand oil cooler for a 3.6 Pentastar? Greetings from East Chicago.
Oh, nice. Good old Chicago. If it's an aluminum oil cooler, I've had great success with just about any aluminum oil cooler. Now, Dorman, they've been on top. But the problem you're going to have with Dorman, they're not going to come with any sensors. And you're going to have to put the stuff together. So you're going to have to use your old sensors, which may not be a bad thing. On the other hand, if you go to Amazon, you can pick up an all aluminum oil cooler, and it is great too. And it's going to come with sensors, and it's going to come pre-assembled. You may have problems with those aftermarket sensors given out on you. That's the problem with the pros and the cons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've heard people say, "Oh, they leak." Well, it's not the oil cooler that's leaking. It is mechanic error. These are seals, and you're putting them down in a well, a cylinder. And if you don't pre-lube those seals properly, or torque the tighten sequence and torque the Dorman oil cooler when you put it together properly, of course you're going to have problems. And that's why I think the aluminum oil cooler problems are rising from its mechanic error, not the actual part. So they putting stuff down there in dry, ripping seals, and it's leaking again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just depending on which route you want to take. That's your prerogative.
Definitely. I mean, I'm not,
because I've used Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
for a long time and never had any issues with it. Only, like I said, the only time I have issues, customer come back saying the check engine light is on now due to an oil pressure switch that sits on the back side of the oil cooler. That's the only problem you're gonna run into using low, no name brand.
Right, but in the day-to-day shop, we do use Dorman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we have a hard time switching over the sensors sometimes.
Weird though, because the dealership is still putting plastic in there.
Yeah, they wanted to fail. They wanted to blow
up. We did some Wrangler lifters recently, and he came right back. He was like, "My check engine light is on." So it was the oil pressure switch.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think it was on the back of his oil cooler.
He was like, "Oh, I just had the oil cooler done by the dealership, but it was a plastic."
Gotta take it back up there. They probably use cheap parts. Who knows? I don't trust the dealership sometimes.
Jay says, "Hey, Alex, except Leighton Tex dealership.
Oh yeah,
they going to lakes and things. They live stressed over there.
Yeah, they living the life."
Jay says, "Hey, Alex and Sean, did what you tell me last live. I upgraded the coolant parts on the cruise.
Oh, nice, man! Good for you, brother. That cruise gonna last forever now.
For sure. They're good cars.
Man. They are. You just have to take care of them in certain ways. Mm-hmm. All cars are good cars to me, except Hyundai Kia. Mm-hmm. I had to throw that out there.
Hyundai Kia pre-2000.
All cars are good cars. Some cars require you to maintain it more than others. That's where Toyota have the head start, and Honda, and of course some other brands. But I'm not getting into that.
Toyota been tripping lately.
Yeah, they have, but they need to stick to their little 4 cylinders.
Harris Value says, "And hello to Mrs. Alex. Thank you for circling back to say hey to me. Thank you." But I'm just here for Alex support. It really is. I don't know. Somehow I would say, why we on this subject? Somehow this thing have become bigger than what we thought it was. Man. We got the super play, what do you call it? Silver play button.
This thing that got smaller. I was like, what the rest of it at? they got me. But I just did this for my kids. My kids, they always play button crazy. I'm not really studying it. It's you guys that I'm studying. I do this for you.
Right.
Y'all are my plaque in a sense.
Yeah.
My subscribers and there's people who sticking with me and who can take it, a straight up answer and not get offended by it. Oh, you hurt my feelings. I've been getting a lot of that lately.
I'm unsubscribing.
I don't care. If you can't take the truth and can't take good knowledge from a free app, bye. You're not my fan.
Right. You're not a supporter of ours, but really, he even let them open it when he wasn't even here. He's like, let them open it. And one thing about it, I think 2 of them want to be YouTubers, and when we started this, we're like, if we ever get one, it's to show them that it can get got. And we're gonna. I ordered you can order a second one for your team, so I ordered one to hang up at home for them because YouTube is a real thing. Like you really can get out here and make a living off of it. this is for them.
Yeah.
So, hey, son,
For my kids.
you, mom and daddy got it, you can get it too. So it's good to touch stuff, you know what I mean? And thank you to all of you. You
Yes,
know,
I really appreciate
everybody.
it. Like I said, we continue to strive in making great content for you guys. It's not for me. It's whatever you guys want to do. Y'all want to see boating videos? Well, God dog it, y'all gonna have some boating videos pretty soon.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever y'all want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all liking the vlogs. We'll do more vlogs. You know, not everything got to be about automotive. This is Davis,
Whatever.
Car doctor stuff.
Yeah. And I've been really trying to make sure that we remember why we started. You know, sometimes when you guys are, some of you, most of the people on the other end of the camera are strangers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, for me, I'm an analytical person, so I be analyzing y'all comments like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, it'd be some psychologists in the comments. It's like, listen, in the same token that we are creating this content for you guys to consume for free, to give you the best knowledge that we have. We don't know everything.
Nope.
And the same token, you know, we're going to express ourselves as well. So it's kind of like, I like the new style of filming because you get to see what we do for real in real life, day to day. Sometimes, some weeks, stuff just be going wrong, you know. But anyway, we thank you all. That was all. I wanted to show you guys our plaque, meaning ours and y'all's. And thank you so much for subscribing and supporting my husband, because he didn't even want to do YouTube. Now, can you say I was right? Go on to tell the world, babe. You was right.
I'm not exciting. I don't think so.
Anyway, I'm sorry to digress, guys, but we had to talk about that real quick. Isaac Valenzuela.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, man. Greetings from Phoenix, Arizona. Watch you doing work when I have time. Always fun watching you. What a great comment to follow up what we just said. Cody Hernandez says, y'all are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really try.
All right. Mighty Prophet says they updated the rockers and lifters. Not sure if you had any Pentastar 219 plus in your shop. No, we haven't yet.
We have them coming through, but not for
lifters
problem.
And rockers. So
it's for other little knickknack stuff.
If they fix that, the Pentastar is golden.
Yeah, it's not a bad engine like everybody
keeps saying their junk and their crap.
Certain cars you have to take care of more than others and need certain attention.
You know, here's the thing though, I want to ask you guys and you, okay, if the Pentastar, dang, I lost it. I do that a lot. It was about the Pentastar though.
Would you own a Pentastar?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if they fix the Pentastar. Oh, okay, it came back. Didn't they get rid of the cars that they put the Pentastar in? So what we gonna do? Like, are you finally fix it now?
Yeah, they do away with it.
And I heard from a little birdie that they're doing away with the Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
What will the hood girls in Atlanta drive now? I'm just playing. No shade, nobody who got that. I just most of the time though. Oh, whoever, you know, I'm
the Altimas take a beat.
I love you guys. I'm just playing. They do take in Atlanta. Okay, she either a nurse or a teacher, and she be driving like a bat out of you know where. But no, that was a stereotype. I'm just playing. But I heard they're doing away with the Nissan Altima, Nissan Titan. They've done away with stuff that they were putting the Pentastar in. Is the Chrysler 300 still a thing? I don't know.
I don't know what it's.
I heard they making electric challenges and charges now. I don't know.
I heard they're making twin turbochargers and challenges.
Perhaps
I got a V8. I don't want it.
Perhaps I need to do some research. So next time I'll make sure that I do that. Ahmed says, "Hey, you guys? We're replacing my oxygen sensor. Improve performance. 2004 Toyota Solara." V6, 170,000 miles.
In a sense, not really. If there's no problem with them, it won't improve the performance of the vehicle, unless you have like a check engine light on saying something about oxygen sensors malfunctioning. What would improve the performance of that vehicle is doing a fuel induction service. Over time, carbon start building up inside your combustion chamber, which leads to performance loss. Carbon buildup acts as glow plugs in a sense, because diesels have glow plugs to help them get started in the morning. Some of them, are block heaters, with the Cummings. But anywho, that excessive carbon buildup will cause pre-ignition. The engine will pick up that pre-ignition, and this computer is saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm knocking. Let me back off the timing. Let me depower myself. So more carbon buildup accumulating, the more your car is depowering self over time. You just losing horsepower on top of horsepower. And one day you wake up and like, man, my car don't have the giddy up and go like it used to, because the computer is protecting itself by depowering it. So you need to go in and break all that carbon up with like good fuel induction service. That will restore performance and fuel economy.
Okay. TikTok funny moment says, I went to the junkyard this morning for a short block 5.3 and I found one, but all the lifters were freaked. But I'm gonna buy new ones. The cam look good. What you think? You can use a used cam if it looks fine.
Yeah, you can. But I would go in with an upgrade, at least a stage 2. You don't need nothing too rowdy.
Man, he probably ain't trying to do all that. Just sometimes some folks just want to fix the car so they can get to work. Nobody got time to be.
But yeah, just check all the loads.
If he want to do stage 2, you think he'd be at the junkyard? Come on, man. Read your contact clues. I got you, TikTok funny moments. But yes, used cam should be fine. Puncho 408 says, Honda CR-V EX 2009, 115,000 miles. What are the common problems?
Whoo, that's a hard one for me, buddy. Let me think.
It's a Honda. I mean,
yeah.
You should treat you right. I mean,
it's a Honda. I don't see too many
drain
Hondas
and fill your transmission fluid with Honda fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna run into maintenance on any car.
Regular maintenance. That's not common problems. I'm pretty sure he's referring to common issues that I see day in and day out. That with those Honda engines that's rolling through my shop, like Pentastars, lifters and rockers, job, oil coolers. I don't see too many common issues. No, I'm not a Honda tech, so I don't see as many Hondas as a Honda tech.
Hold on, I know one. Leighton Tech. Chime in.
Yeah, he'd be able to help.
Yeah, for sure.
But as from what I see, just regular maintenance items, and some stuff with if it's got some type of, I forget what engine is in that 09, but if it has some type of VTEC stuff, that will give problems. That's it. It's pretty solid CR-V.
Good choice of vehicle. Oh, we got to look at his shatter.
Yeah.
I hope they send you another one.
You should be able to make a claim or something.
Jamal's, let me fix it right. Okay. Finally got my shirt coming from Kansas City. Coming home from Kansas City. I love it. Speaking of that, guys, we have merch. Hey, on my Ellis Car Doctor merch.
You took mine. That's my shirt.
We share everything. The stuff is print on demand. So once you order it, they have to. It's not like waiting on the shelf to be shipped like Amazon. So I know a lot of people have been ordering. It's like, hey, it's taking so long. It takes. If you read it when you order it, it tells you how long it may take. Some of it comes faster.
It's custom made for you.
They making it fresh, hot
off the press.
Thank you for supporting by purchasing merch. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thank you so much.
All right. The car wash, she said, I'm going to call them tomorrow. Yes,
please. Let me know how it went.
All right, cool. Everybody saying they can hear us. All right.
We need to mic up.
There go 313. Oh, we should, huh?
No.
Sounds like springs when he's turning.
Okay, so that would be the struts. I will go ahead and get a whole new strut assembly. That would be the best thing for him, because the springs and everything, they wear out over time. It's going to come with new strut towers. I'll buy a loaded strut assembly, and that should fix that problem.
Lucid Ethos says, my living room smelling like CR-V right now.
Huh?
Oh no.
You lost me.
Is it the exhaust? Did you guys watch the long form video where that CRV was smelling like weed? Alex was getting contact now.
Oh yeah.
He started tripping, started glitching and
I can't,
misfiring.
man. Look, I can't even fix your car right because you got
I can't
me high.
I mean, you let down the window, the weed was like,
Oh, man.
I was like, let me go. I don't want to film right here. KPW Auto says 2016 Chevy Tahoe, 5.3, 98,000 miles.
Oh, that's probably what he's talking about.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you over there? Hold on, let me go back.
I put two and two.
Like a CRV right now. All right, man. Like, hey, you over there burning it down? Hey, that's your prerogative. Enjoy that.
Yes.
2016 Chevy Tahoe, 5.3, 98,000 miles. To delete AFM or not?
If it was my personal vehicle, I will.
And we have to whisper it because it's illegal. And as a professional shop, we cannot do it. But if you own your own car, they can't tell you what to do.
You
apparently,
can do whatever you want with your own vehicle.
They do it. They government cars ain't got none.
Yeah, the government cars, they don't have no EGR systems on the newer diesels. They completely stripped all that stuff off because it's reliable. And the government want reliable stuff. So does us consumers. And
I don't know. It's all a conspiracy. I'm sure some conspiracy person's gonna. But you know what though? Everybody be like F the EPA and stuff. We not trying to be the ones that F around and find out. Nope. You might can say that, but we're not gonna say that.
About you should use propane. You should retrofit. It is illegal to touch. What's the word? Emission control systems. Yes,
then
the AC refrigerant is considered emission control systems.
Research it. Yes. Everybody be.
You a crook. You should be saving your customers money by retrofit. Man, I'm not going to jail for no one. I'm trying to save a buck.
I'm gonna miss you. People visits would be all right.
Y'all been reminding me I need to do right and pay my ticket.
He's still like, where's Luis? Luis, if you in this line,
every time jail come up, I think of that. I'm like,
we're gonna pay them tickets.
Oh my God!
You got the tickets here at home?
Yes,
we're gonna pay them right when we get off here. Anyway,
I'm gonna be like, I don't speak no English.
They don't care. You're going to jail. They don't care. Ashton says, nice name, by the way. With a 2014 vehicle at 130,000 miles with no history of suspension components being replaced, what are some suspension things that you would recommend to replace at that mileage?
I would have it inspected first. I would have all my rubber bushings inspected, make sure they're not dry rotted and torn. Check the shocks, make sure they're not leaking. Shocks, you probably can get away by replacing them around 150-ish, 150,000 miles. So you can play around with a little bit more mileage unless they're leaking or damaged in some sort of way. But as of right now, just have everything inspected. If you read your owner's manual where it says at every so many mileage intervals, it'll tell you, inspect certain things and replace if necessary. So you don't necessarily have to replace it due to mileage because you may stay in a city where there's no bumps. Like in Georgia, everywhere you go, it's like you're freaking rock crawling. You may stay in a town where everybody drive very slow and like grandma's, a retirement town. No shade, of course. I'm just saying. Some people
they driving golf carts.
No, sometimes people still be driving cars, but they drive slow and not a lot of wear and tear get brought up on your car. So it's just different environments. That's why they say inspect. So
all right.
Hopefully that helps.
Zorion Dufiel, I hope I said that right, says good night to the two.
Good night, buddy.
Good night. Charles Coyle says, hey, Alex, I really enjoy your channel. Do y'all use OEM parts?
Yes. I switch out. Not switch out.
It depends.
I've been in this industry for so long. I know when to go OEM and when to go aftermarket. I go OEM when the part is better than aftermarket. I go aftermarket when the part is better than OEM.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, case by case, and year, make, model. Just like the oil coolers.
Yep.
With the Dodge situation. 3.6.
I wouldn't go OEM.
Wouldn't go OEM there because they're still making plastic. You would go aftermarket aluminum. But when it comes to that same Dodge engine, you would go OEM thermostat housing and not aftermarket because they're so problematic.
Yep.
Hopefully that helps you. Ro Brown said, first of all, thank you for the
so
super
much,
chat.
and I appreciate that.
He says 2015 Ford Fiesta. Message came up, service now, right now. Scanned the code and it came up, camshaft sensor bank 1, turn off and test car, and it went away. Should I worry or can I ignore it?
Camshaft sensor. Do you have a specific code? Most likely, everything on these newer vehicles work off of oil quality. Service engine now, or I'm assuming a check engine light came on and this is not your oil light. But if it is your oil light, or if it has any type of, but for example, quick example, I had a Ford Fusion come in the shop and it had a check engine light for some timing codes. And when I hit the gas, it made a horrible timing chain rattle. Oh man, it sounded like it was going to come apart. So me, if I think it can be saved, I will suggest an oil change.
I don't want to overtalk you. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing a parenting thing. Hey, how you doing? You're driving. It's wet outside. Slow down. Driving is a privilege. Slow down.
Yes.
Yes, you went really fast down the street. Slow down.
It's wet.
Thank you. Call when you get there. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. All right. Teen driver. She just sped out of here like a bat out of you know what. What's wrong with that girl?
Oh, that was.
I'm sorry.
Try simple things. Try simple things first. Changing the oil solved that man's issue. I was shocked because I didn't think it was going to come back. But depending on what camshaft code you have, if it's some type of actuator that works off of oil, it may just be oil quality. You just change your oil. But if it went off, it fixed itself. Sometimes trash and stuff get lodged. If it was the sensor itself, it is a magnetic component. Sometimes something will get lodged to it and it'll give a bad reading and throw the computer off. Make the computer throw an engine light. So it just depends.
All right. Check your oil quality.
Yep.
Is that what I got from that?
Yes.
Celestial 476. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, I got an 08 Buick 5.3 and I deleted my AFM and secondary O2 stuff. Let me also change the tip in and all that with the throttle. Now it's a fun toy.
Oh, you getting into tuning stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm learning to tune. Did you do it yourself, I wonder, or did you let somebody else do it? It sounds like you probably did it yourself the way you was typing. I'm assuming you did it yourself. You have to give me some tips, man. Pointers.
Because the SS Express is almost done.
Yes.
So you need to decide, are you going to tune it yourself?
Yes, I'm definitely tuning myself. I want to get the computer for...
We have 2 weeks.
I know. That's more than enough time.
Okay.
I want to get the computer for the Dart so I can start tuning it.
Oh, yeah. That is Wondering Robot Studio, thank you for the super sticker.
Man, appreciate
y'all. Support.
Y'all showing love. I love it.
I really like us. Maybe I don't know. I don't get it. We just, regular Georgia folk. Some people hate our Southern drawl. I be like, what do you want me to do? Why do you talk like that?
I'm just being me.
What kind of question is that? I don't know. We grew up in Georgia, the South. That's how we talk. D Money says, hello, guys. Appreciate the videos. Thank you, D Money.
Thank you for watching, buddy.
Yeah, man. I call somebody we know D Money. I call everybody. If your name starts with a D,
D Money.
D Money is your name. So
my allergies are messing up today. Man, I know what's going on.
Ashton says, thank you for the super chat, Ashton.
Appreciate it, Ashton.
I love the content so much. I'm in the habit of watching everything. I like to do the things I'm comfortable with replacing on my 10-year-old GM video. Thank you for the response, Alex.
Man, appreciate
y'all.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It really makes me happy that y'all enjoy watching.
It's important to us. Like, I don't be out here wanting to create BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, it need to be meaningful content because nobody need to be watching our lives. Y'all got your own lives. Like, let the content be helpful at least, and then you get to see a sprinkle of what we got going on for real in there. You know. Daniel Wade says, "I have a 2014 Captiva. What kind of sound would it make when the timing chain phases? They are known for that. Are acting up. Yeah. Does have codes for out of adjustment."
Ooh. If it has those codes, that timing chain and guide has definitely broken on you. What you can do to quickly inspect it is remove the valve cover, and it's two pieces that always break. The top guide that sits on the very top, the plastic shim will come out of that, and the guide that's forward of the timing chain, the forward side of the engine, if you're facing it, the bolt always break, and it slaps around, and it slapped the bolt and ripped the threads out of it. But there is a fix for that. It's Amazon, a plug from Amazon.
Is it dormant?
Yeah, it's like a dormant fix solution for it.
Oh,
so you're gonna have to inspect it.
We didn't we do a video on a Captiva for that, and we had the bolt in there?
Maybe.
It's been so long.
I did a whole timing chain video on that engine, showing you step by step how to repair the job at home by yourself.
Yeah, I don't remember if we put the part number for the dormant bolt that
did I use? I don't think I used it.
I don't know.
It's been so long. It's an old video of mine.
Miss Odessa,
Menifee,
thank you for the super sticker, my dear. Man. Always on the lives. I always see her name.
I'm about to get my shop in no time. Y'all keep showing the love.
Listen, guys. One thing about it, I will say this. GTA Disciple, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on?
I can't forget that name. I love that name.
Some people say measure black people measurements, and we be like, I ain't seen you in a minute. It's been like a long time. Up the street around the corner is like 50 miles.
Yeah. It's just up the street. Like, I'm in Savannah. You 4 hours away.
Right. We're gonna stay around the corner.
We're gonna say up the street. You right around the corner.
But anyway, I just thought that was funny that I said that. And it's like, okay, I do use black people measurement in time. Anywho, what was I getting ready to say though? Oh, goals, setting goals. When we started this YouTube channel, Alex had 72 subscribers, right? 52 of them most likely was family and friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was looking at that number like, how in the world are we gonna?
It was a long.
It was kind of like discouraging a little bit, and it's like
got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
But I was like, just like with everything else in our lives, starting the shop, it takes a lot of faith and belief that you can do it and that it's going to happen for you. And it's like, look, when you ask for something or you pray for something, and again, we're Christians, but we're not trying to shove that down your throat. To each man or woman their own. But
we respect all religions. That's your
prerogative. But when you pray for something, you can't judge the answer. You can't pray for something and say, well, I don't have this, and this, so how I'm gonna get it? Then that defeat the purpose, And it's like when I look at this channel and to sit here and be at 100,000 plus, and I know I looked at that number 72 and was like, what the heck?
It's amazing.
Our next big goal is to get our own commercial property, and right now it's like the odds is not in our favor. So I'm just gonna make sure that y'all come along for the ride because it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going.
We bought our house, our first
same
house.
Way.
I don't even see how we did that. That was a miracle by itself.
I can't even tell you how we got the shop we in now. I don't know. You just ask for it. Ask for it, grind, and go get it.
We start being in the process, even though and physically in the real world we're not ready.
You're not. You can't
already start the process.
What is it? You're not qualified yet because you gotta have this credit score. You gotta have this percentage down. The SBA is hard to work with, and this and that and all this other stuff. So, like with anything, you start off as a tiny, tiny little goal, and you just keep at it. So we will be taking y'all on the ride for that, and I just hope that helps anybody. All of us is after something, whatever it is, big or small, whatever it is, but right now it looks impossible. I'm gonna be honest and say that, but we got to have our own commercial space like this, shared space, and
It's killing us. People
yeah,
backing, man. The cars, there's so many cars. I was just, there's cars everywhere.
it's too much. You know what I mean? But anyway, Trey says he's at the auction for just a daily driver sedan.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I get a Corolla. That's
Yeah,
easy.
definitely. You could definitely get like a nice Honda Accord or Corolla, Camry. I would go for that if I was you.
Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna say this to people who are aspiring car dealers or car flippers or shopping at the auction to save money. I've been a dealer for 5 years now.
It's been that long?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Almost 7 years now.
Ooh, geez.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It's something wrong with every auction car.
Yeah.
So please go in it with the mindset of, hey, I may be getting this for a cheaper deal, but have the funds to put into it.
Unless you done bought a car from the auction that's completely green light and got warranties and stuff on
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
But you're gonna pay high dollar for it and not have any.
I was say, what phone? The phone is jumping. Let me see who that was. Somebody done send a cash here. Hi, John.
Oh, hi, John.
Thank you, Hi,
Thank
John.
you, buddy.
Hi, John. So I ain't send no sticker. YouTube ain't getting a cut. Drop something.
Yeah, this thing.
YouTube ain't getting a cut. Thank you,
Man,
Hi,
I
John.
appreciate you, Hi, John. You the man.
But yes, when you go to the auction to buy cars, it's 90% of the time, honey, it's something wrong with it. I don't care if it is a green light. So just be, now sometimes you will bless up and get something like, man, ain't nothing wrong with this car. But in my 7 years of practice, that's been far and few in between. Okay, so just make sure you're careful when you're shopping at the auction. I've been at the auction where people are showing up to pick up the car that they purchased because it was green light, and they're pissed because they got to the Kroger and it broke down.
They be breaking down left
So,
and right.
yeah, that has happened to us once. We picked up a car and it started overheating. So that put the rule in place. We never ever drive
or
an
the complete opposite. I went out to a bag. I could have gave you.
I'm finna drink some of yours tonight.
Or the complete opposite. I went out and got a car, and the truck broke down. That I went out and got the car with. I'm like, I want to do this car actually run and drive. And I drove it off the thing and drove to the store to get parts for the truck that broke down.
We done did some sketchy things, dealing with the auction. So just be mindful of that, Trey. That was you, Trey. NC Trey 4. When you're getting stuff from the auction. Okay, somebody want to know where our shop is located. There we go. We right there in Morrow, Georgia, aka Atlanta. You go down the street 10 minutes, you're coming into Atlanta. So
yeah, it's Atlanta.
We're next to that Atlanta airport.
About 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes from the airport.
So yeah. Just keep in mind that is GTA Disciple said over 70 people watching. Hit that like button.
Appreciate it.
Ever since I kicked Facebook off the live, we don't go live with them anymore. I can't see how many likes we got. But yes, please do what GTA Disciple said. Hit the like button.
I appreciate that.
Let the people who run the algorithm know that we're talking about something over here. For real, though.
Hopefully talking about something helpful. I want to be helpful to y'all.
For sure. Nunez Mario says, hey, Doc, Mrs. Doc, can I drop my husband Jeep Commander? Every time I make money, I had to fix something. Ain't that how it go? Yes, you can drop it off. Yes. She said my haunted Jeep. I thought it said husband.
No,
haunted Jeep Commander. Every time I make money, there is a meme that says like it's a paycheck, and then it's a check engine like that with a knife holding like stick you for all you got.
Man, now you gotta talk nice to the car. It ain't haunted. You just gotta say, "Come on, baby, you can do this."
Listen, I be
These
talking to
cars
customers.
Got spirits, man.
I tell them, I be like, look. I tell customers cars that be coming back. I be like, don't come back here no more. You fixed.
And if it really get bad, you get your AR and you point it at the car and be like, look here. I don't think I gotta say the rest. And
we ain't doing
I guarantee it to get right.
We ain't doing it. Gotta talk to the car. Ladybug Lane says, have you had complaints from the Chevy Silverado 2020 through 24 having a humming sound while driving?
I don't get too many newer Silverados through the shop. Most of that stuff is still under warranty, and the dealership guys are seeing most of those. I normally see a lot of 2020s and under. Um, if it do come to the shop, it's for like an oil change or a little simple service or something. Nothing too serious.
So we probably have to get somebody that still sees those trucks while they're under warranty. We haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
For sure. Jonathan Patman says my favorite people on YouTube. Man, y'all be saying it. I hope y'all just don't be saying it. Because like it's a billion people on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a lot of folks.
So many people. Krasmatic says, hey Alex, hope you're doing well. I have a 2012 Chevy Malibu with the 2.4, 173,000 miles. While at idle, the AC works fine. But when I start driving, it stops blowing out cold air. Have changed the cooling fan. Also has been recharged professionally.
It stops blowing out. You may have a weak compressor. That's the only thing.
When he said stops blowing out cold air.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
it stops blowing cold. What kind of professional? Because people say they professionals all day long, and when you bring it to them, it'd be a whole different thing. I will get a second opinion. Normally, what that means is the seals. I had a situation like that. It'll blow cool at idle. No, it was the opposite. It'll blow cool at driving, but at idle it won't. And I think that particular car had a bad compressor. But your vehicle blows cold at idle, but not when you're driving. I would really have to see the gauges, have it hooked up and mimic it by just, holding the gas and while the car is in park. That's a good way to mimic the driving conditions of your AC system and see what the manifold gauges does. I guess airflow, perfect example. Perfect example. My truck, my personal truck, because I need a condenser.
You need to sit that truck down and actually work on it.
The dang old thing, I think it blows cool at idle, but as I'm going, it just stopped blowing cold.
It's horrible.
It's ridiculous.
93-degree weather.
My condenser fans are all bent in, just road debris over the years. The truck is 24 years old, so the fans are all pushed in, and it just
Shame.
I need an AC system.
Then he has to pop the hood and beat some kind of box.
No, I beat my blower motor because it was. If I want AC, if I want it to blow, I have to go out there and tap the blower motor and it'll come on.
Did you answer this man's question?
Yes. It may be a restriction in air.
I don't like to be hot. I'm like, why would you even invite me to ride with you? Your AC is messed up.
Yeah, I would have to look at. Personally have to look at it to see what's going on. I just recently learned AC systems within like the last 2 to 3 years. So I'm not.
It's been longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah, probably about 2019.
No,
that's when Nate taught you AC. Yes.
Okay. Well,
5 years.
So yeah, 5 years in, and I didn't take the class. So
that I sent the rest of the team to take. Luckily, Mason came back with all the details. I was like, "Babe, you should go to the class."
He was giving me the scoop on all the new stuff. So
you going to the next one?
I'm
the manager at Alice called out. I will fire.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep up in there. Bring me a pillow.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, y'all got me missing Josh. The car wash Josh. His name says car wash channel, but his name is Josh. What could cause an engine to stall when starting, but I crank it over and give a little gas and it stays running? 2015 Subaru Legacy.
It could be an excess of carbon buildup around your throttle blade. I would check that, or plunged air filter. But most of the time, it's going to be that throttle blade that has a lot of caked up, gunky stuff around it. And, some of these 2015s, they have an electronic control throttle. So the computer is actually actually tipping in little throttle movements as it, oh, hopefully y'all can still see me. Okay, it's back in. As it continues to gunk up over time, the computer will tip in and remember that idle setting. And just over time, if it keeps getting gunked up, the computer is like, nope, I'm not tipping in any more idle. This is maxed out. We just have to do what it do and act up. And that's probably what it's doing on you. So you're going to have to clean that, take the throttle body off. It's best to take it off if you're not familiar with doing the process, and clean the throttle body real good with some brake parts cleaner or throttle body cleaner, and then put it back on and do a throttle relearn on it, because the car still think it's going to have carbon buildup on it, and that should fix your problem.
All right. Austin Salaway.
Austin, thank you, man.
Thank you
I
for the
appreciate
super
that.
chat, but you didn't leave a chat.
Yeah.
I hope that
you
I
have
know
a
when people do
question?
it for the first time, it's like, dang, I don't know what I'm doing, and I done gave these folks a donation.
Thank you, Austin.
But thank you. Sam Jones, thank you for the super chat. Says, "What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
I know you're from the South. If you say y'all,
Yeah.
okay, that's our word down here, south of Mason-Dixon.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I love being from the South. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all? I got a 2014 Ram 1500 Hemi that shakes when accelerating. Scan said cylinder 6 misfire and reactivation performance control error. It has MDS.
You could potentially have a bad MDS solenoid, but I would go in and have someone pull the valve cover off and check number 6. Make sure you don't have any collapsed lifters. Is it ticking by any chance, I wonder? We just had one that came in, but the truck had way too many miles. If vehicles have way too many miles, I wouldn't go in and just replace rockers and lifters. I mean lifters, and if it is the Pentastar, rockers and lifters. If it's the Hemi, it's just lifters, because the problem you run into with higher mile engines is it needs to rebuild pretty much. And I'm just not going to go in and throw parts at it and you continue to have problems out of it. I'm going to recommend an engine or have someone rebuild it for you. But yeah, it's really hard to say without me looking at it for myself, but you could have wiring problems. It says performance error, so it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So it's either stuck solenoid or a collapsed MDS lifter.
All right, Brucify me.
Brucify me. Thank you, man.
Super chat. Says, what do y'all think about the Mitsubishi Mirages with the 3-cylinder? Ever worked on one?
No.
Thinking about getting one for grandma since it's small and safe.
I haven't had one come through the shop. Mitsubishi is...
I think we worked on one many years ago. Not as the shop, but like as a mobile mechanic.
A Mirage.
I remember you working on a Mirage.
Not
because they're little.
One. Yes. Not the newer one with the 3 cylinders, though.
I think it'd be good for grandma.
Yeah, Mitsubishi, I will trust them, long as it don't have the Nissan CVT transmission.
That part, yeah, we found that out the hard way.
Nissan, I don't know, I think back in like 2012-ish, or somewhere around there, they was sleeping with Nissan to get their transmission because they thought it would be a good idea, and yeah, it gave Mitsubishi a bad name.
For that year, I don't know how long they did that for.
But make sure you don't have the do your research on the transmission. But Mitsubishi engines are pretty stout, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Get it for grandma.
Yep,
I love it. I would buy one if our grandmothers was still here. I would recommend. Ahmed, thank you for the super chat.
Man. I appreciate that.
He's got a 2014 Mercedes CLS 550 4MATIC. Car will not start without a jump. Is my alternator toast?
No.
Brand new main and auxiliary battery. Much love from Chi-Town.
Car will not start without a jump. First off, let's take the alternator. Let's talk about the alternator. The alternator does not have anything to do with the car starting. You can completely remove an alternator from any vehicle, and the car will fire right up and run perfectly fine. The alternator is there solely after the vehicle is started and running. Then the alternator will take over and act as a battery charger. Then the batteries are there to do 2 things: start the car and work the radio and the accessories when the engine is not running. Now you told me you had the batteries changed. You may have a connection problem or a blown main fuse, and the only reason it's starting when you hook jumper cables up to it, because you're jumping it from underneath the hood where it's bypassing that blown fuse. Most likely your batteries are in a remote location and it's not under the hood on that Mercedes. It's probably in the trunk, under the seat, somewhere weird. And depending on where that fuse is, if you jump it after the blown fuse and it gets to the electronics of everything, it'll start right up. But behind the fuse, it's the batteries, and you just need to check your fuses and your connections, and you should be headed in the right spot. If that don't work, you're going to need someone to do an electrical diag on the car. But I can almost guarantee you it's not the alternator that's causing your problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alternator.
Sounds
it must
like
be the alternator. Bulldog Nation, go Dogs. I hope I'm at them Georgia Dogs.
Baby.
I don't know. It's 2010.
The drum.
Dodge Ram, hear me? Struts,
Yeah.
shot. Lower ball joint. Driver side B. I don't know. Let me scroll and see if you had finished that, Bulldog. Let me see.
He lost me there. I don't think he finished.
No. How you go? Bulldog.
I don't know what you're trying to say, man.
Bulldog, man. Where you at, man? Oh, there you go. There you go. He said 2010 Dodge 1500 Hemi. Suspension, 2 struts and shots, driver side bearing, lower ball joint. How much do you think that costs? Hello, Alex and wife. Thank you,
man.
Listen,
thanks, brother.
Bulldog, you gonna have to call the shop.
Yeah, we don't have, like, when it comes to pricing things, good people, we use a software that has labor for each individual car. It's no fixed price, meaning a universal fee for shocks. Let's say all shocks, that's $100, no matter if it's a Bugatti down to your little Honda Civic. It doesn't work like that. Each car has its own set labor rate, and to
not labor rate, time.
And to remember that is dang near impossible. Well, for me anyway. I can't speak about some folks.
Yeah, we have a software. It's called a labor guide, and that's how we're able to tell you the pricing, because an alternator on a Honda may take 1 hour, but that stuff you name may take several hours. Every car is set up different.
But if you call the shop, we'll be happy to give you a quote.
For sure.
Alex the Car Doctor. Google it. You'll find all my information.
Kay Escobar says, "Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor.
Hey, Escobar.
How you doing?" I ain't gonna say who they remind me of. Escobar. All right, wait a minute. Oh, there go Austin. I told you. Austin, thank you for another super chat. He says, thoughts on the 2014 Taurus 3.5 with 133,000 miles. Installed MagnaFlow Cat and wonder if their catalytic converters would be okay too, or OEM. I love you guys and your videos from Rapid City, nice. South Dakota. Now, we did a Taurus recently.
My thoughts on those 3.5 NA engines are really good.
Yeah.
They're very stout drivetrain. The downfall of that engine, and the only thing I can think of, is the timing, as the water pump is ran by the timing chain. So if that goes out, it will cost you a pretty penny, upward of around $2,000 to get that timing chain and water pump repaired. But other than that, it's solid. Now, if I'm reading your question correctly, you're asking, can you put cat back mufflers, MagnaFlow mufflers on? Let me see, install MagnaFlow cat back. So from the catalytic converter back, meaning if you didn't touch the original catalytic converters, you should be fine. Now, if you're saying you put catalytic converters on there, that car, I don't think that car is very picky about cats.
Before you say that, I was getting ready to say, we just did catalytic converters on a Taurus, remember?
I remember what catalytic converters we used.
We did the cats, but it came back 4 cats.
So it is
aftermarket. We did aftermarket. Wait, before us, someone else did Universal. Or something.
Or cheap ones.
Anyway, when he came to us, we did his second set of catalytic converters. Then he came back again with the PO 420 code. Do you remember? Did we go OEM on that?
I don't forgot.
It's a
we
Silver
probably
Taurus.
Just tried another one, a brand or something. I have to look back at his ticket.
We literally just did something like that about a month ago.
But it's around the same Taurus.
Yeah.
But I don't see too many Tauruses in my shop. Well, I don't see too many 3.5s in my shop because those 3.5s are found in a wide variety of vehicle, down to the Lincoln MKZ, which my brother just bought. Even though it's a 3.7, same thing is 3.7, 3.5. It's just a stroked or bored over, and it made it a 3.7. Same engine concept. Down to the flexes, to the edges, Explorers. Yes, the engines are very good. Ford did pretty good, I may say, on that engine.
All right. But I don't know about that cat thing. I mean,
yeah, I have to look at.
Can't remember what we did. Look at it. Peace. Thank you for the super
thank
sticker.
you, Peace. I like that name.
Yeah, we do. Bulldog Nation. That's really the wealth. Peace.
Yes,
peace and health.
Is the wealth.
Bulldog Nation, thank you for the super chat. But I got a feeling you had a question. But anytime I see that little blue,
I appreciate the support. Did I answer his other question?
Yeah,
I think I did.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Let me go back to where I was at.
I really appreciate the love.
Yeah, we do. All right, so Elevation Allah says, okay, good. You have a foundational Black American woman. I'm glad that's cleared up. Say no to the snow.
What?
That means a snow means a white woman.
Oh my gosh.
But listen, Alex's mama is a white woman.
Yes. Look, I don't think it's like, I guess the average white woman act like an average white woman, but it's some hood white women out there. I know one personally, and I'm like,
girl,
you are not white.
Because she was raised by Black people.
One of my shop techs, I'm like,
you know what?
Not white.
One thing about it, first of all,
I'm more white than anybody, and that's the way I act.
Right. But here's a fun fact about Alex. Alex is mixed. His mother is white. His father was Black. But he was raised by his father's mother and brother, his brother, Black people. So when I first met Alex, I'm thinking like, oh, he's like, my mom's white. I'm like, okay, I'm about to meet your grandma. Like, I'm about to meet this little old lady. That's cool. What's up? Like, let's go. And I went over there, like, the most beautiful, funniest, loudest, could stand in the room and be noticed. Black woman came through the door talking about something. Let me tell you about the time I got pulled over by the police.
So did she say she peed or doo-doo on herself?
She peed. And she was. His grandma used to drink a lot, so she drank gin all the way up to the end.
Very entertaining.
Entertaining to
everybody loved to hang out with my grandma. She a blast to be around.
Before they started selling liquor on Sundays, she would do the liquor house. That's
I grew up in multiple liquor houses and juke joints in my day. That's probably why I don't like parties now, because I was in that life as a little boy, probably under 10. I'm like, this is so boring. I'm like ready to go. A whole bunch of drunk people running around, acting stupid and falling.
But she raised them to be a sweet.
She took me everywhere.
Yeah, she did. She didn't let her baby go nowhere. Even when she lived with us. Like if I was getting like arguing, like, leave Alex alone. He didn't do nothing. Sean, you need to go take a nap. I was like, you know what, Grandma? I'm gonna take you up on that. When I tell you we miss her every day. But the point I was making is, it's like, you know, even with our kids, of course they have a Black mother in my family. And really they don't know, Alex doesn't know his white side at all. Like, they live in Tennessee, but we don't know them, but the guy who kind of adopted Alex is white, but it's different white. It's different types of white people. In the shop, we have one Mexican, one Black, one mixed person, and one white boy, right? Mason's first day, Alex loves country music. A lot of people don't I know that about him. To the point where he's forced us all to like it, because he just plays it, right?
It's clean and it's good for your
He's
spirit.
Right.
Y'all always asking me, how do I keep my peace? Watch what you put in your eye gate, your ear gate, and you will be all right.
Yeah. So he ain't lying. It's clean for the kids to listen to. And my son was like, man, all they do is sing about their tractors and this and that. But Mason's first day, and I'm thinking, oh, he gonna love it here. He was like, damn, Alice only plays country music. Then you ask the Mexican guy, hey, it's your turn for the radio. What do you want to hear? I want to hear Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, what? Everybody's on. Anyway, that comment made me think about it. Like, man.
Yeah, we done went to a whole nother level. That comment was.
Yeah, we love diversity, though, is what I like to say. But, I mean, everybody got their preference or whatever. I respect it. I respect it. Thank you for the compliment and acknowledging. I am beautiful and black and happy to be, but I love everybody. Luke Fraz says, what if my car transmission oil is leaking? What do I do? Man, that's a mouthful right there. Yeah. What do I do to stop it from leaking?
Well, first, you're going to have to probably take it to a professional to identify that particular leak, because a transmission can leak from a wide variety of places. You have the transmission case. I don't see them leak. Output shaft seals, whether it's rear wheel drive, you got tail shaft seal, or front wheel drive, you got CV axle output shaft seals, transmission pans, front torque converter seal, and I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch more, but you can have multiple leaks from multiple different places. So it's going to take a professional, or if you have the patience and to get up, and patience to jack your car up, put it up on jack stands, or use those little ramps to get up out of there and clean it up very good with some brake cleaner, and just sit there and watch it. Then you can find your own leak and find out where it's coming from. But as of right now, I could not tell you.
It could be lines, fittings.
Oh yeah, but the lines, it could be leaking. The trans cooler could be busted and leaking internally into your cooling system. So many places to leak from.
Yeah, for sure.
I won't be able to tell you where it's leaking from.
1B. Reminds me of John B. That was my favorite. Alex, when I met you, I thought you looked like John B. Says, why are the 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 5.3 such pieces of crap?
I have a perfect answer for that.
119,000 miles on my second. Wait a minute. 119,000 miles, and you're on your second transmission, and he waiting for the cam and lift us to go. Why?
Well,
he said the truck was made in Mexico.
No,
in Mexico.
That is not the reason. Dang it, I keep knocking on.
What are you doing? You turning out the lights? What's going on?
I have a perfect explanation for that. They took a very good engine design and they complicated it.
Don't worry about that. We don't need the charger anymore.
Oh, we don't? Cool, because it kept snatching.
Go ahead. Okay.
Cool. They took the LS engine and complicated it. The LS engine was a great platform. No DOD, no variable valve timing, and they started putting variable valve timing. Then they decided it was going to be a bright idea to add. Yeah, it does. Then they decided it was going to be a great idea to put cylinder displacement on demand. Then, after that was failing and being crappy, they decided they're going to complicate it even more by making it direct injected with the new LT engine. And then, to complicate things even more, GM decided they're going to merge with Ford and they're going to make a transmission together. So, yeah, that's Ford.
We all know how that go. It's like, okay, if y'all getting together and making stuff, get together on the stuff that's working. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get
so that is my concept of why that engine is like, it's not what it used to be.
And it sucks because those trucks, and when I say trucks, I mean
engines, the drivetrains.
Even the daggum baby, you misfiring. Even just leave it. If it's got a shortage, we're gonna order a new one. Even the Escalades. I mean, they just sexy trucks, the Yukons, all of it. And it's like, dang, I wanna you're charging me $100,000 or something for the truck. It looks nice,
then
beautiful.
Problems out the wazoo.
But you got to do the transmission, the lifters, and all this other stupid stuff. And it's like, dang, man, just give me that 1999 Buick LeSabre. A lot of people, no, for real, because it's like this. Everybody keep wanting to list the cars that drive good. Okay, Honda, Toyota, but even Toyota's tripping right now with some of their Tundra engine. If you really want a car and you don't care about looking good or how it look, get you something in the 90s.
Yep.
That's the answer, people.
They don't do them like the 90s no more.
But I get it. Don't nobody want to ride around
80s and the 90s. Look, I ride around in a 92 boat. I rode around until the engine blew up in my Accord in 85. I loved that thing. I'm going to fix that thing one of these days.
But yeah, get you a 90 Buick LeSabre, Buick Century. You get the custom. In Georgia, they be putting rims on them, whatever you want to do.
They be doing
Chevy Cavalier. Them cars are tanks, but I understand folks want to look good, so I don't know, man.
You got to pay to play.
Yep. And unfortunately, you having to pay and play on anything. It don't even matter. It ain't got to be luxury. It's still crap.
Yep.
Mike Jorgensen says, huge fan of the channel.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Please give me your thoughts on a transmission service if you don't know the history of the car. 2012 used Infiniti, 144,000 miles, runs and shifts beautifully.
You can risk it for the biscuit and do a drain and fill. But if you want to play it safe, I wouldn't touch it. You don't know. Sometimes people drive those Infinitis like they done lost their mind. They drive them like they stole them. So that transmission fluid is going to get very dark and burnt very quickly. And if you go touching that stuff, sometimes it will go out. Now, if you're absolutely worried about it, you can go get this transmission additive called Lucas Transmission Stop Slip. And if you read the bottle, it specifically says renews old worn fluid. I've used that for preventive maintenance in all my vehicles. Personally, still use it to this day.
Use it in the van, right?
Yep. Got a bottle waiting for it in the van after I drain this old stuff out. But if you want to risk it for the biscuit, I think it will go smoothly. Just do a drain and fill. Do not flush. Like I said, risking it for the biscuit. But if you want to play it safe, just dump that stuff in there and keep it trucking. That's my answer.
All right. Elevation Allah says Chevrolet makes cars in Mexico. Trash.
Well, a lot of stuff is made in Mexico these days, so we can't necessarily say it's Mexico fault. And then they probably assembling the body parts and stuff in Mexico, but let's just face it, the Chevy engines, some of these Chevy engines are not Mexico engines. They're not even American. They're overseas somewhere getting these engines
they come
produced.
From all over. I read a Consumer Report and they were like, nothing is 100% anything. 25% Chinese. This, that. So
yeah, these engines are coming from
maybe that's the problem.
They're European type engines now. They're using inverted torques for everything. It's like I'm working on foreign cars all day, every day. It's nothing American. This stuff keep going.
I know, right? I know.
So, but I don't think it's Mexico fault. It's because a lot of good stuff is made in Mexico. So let's not knock them too bad, guys.
Support us by hitting that like button, even though that's not what I tried to press. Ro Brown says, I think we answered this. He did a super chat. Yes. Omar said, thank you.
Oh, appreciate it.
Black Gold said,
I like that name.
Hello, love watching your channel.
Appreciate that.
I have a 2011 Nissan Armada, 274,000 miles.
Them Armadas will go the distance.
Yeah. I have no air conditioning. Even after the expansion valve was replaced and it was recharged, could it be a bad air compressor?
Yes, it could be. We're gonna, of course, testing is everything. You could have a popped AC fuse. You could have a bad relay. You're really gonna have to test and see why the AC compressor is not kicking on. You could have bad pressure switches in the system. But with those amount of miles on that truck, and if you think it's the original AC compressor, chances are you have a bad AC compressor. Just the mileage and the year of the truck. If it, especially if it looks all grimy and old, if it don't look new. But chances are you probably have another AC compressor, a newish AC compressor put on because it went out. Let's see, 150,000 miles ago. So it may be new, and you may have to test for whatever component stopping that thing from not clicking on. You could have the switches inside could be worn out. The AC button could be worn out. It's a lot of gold. There's a lot of gold. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into this stuff. Um, what I would do if I was you, I would take it to an AC shop. Um, and have them run a diagnostic check on it. That way you won't be wasting any money. Or you can risk it for the biscuit, the word of the night, the word of the day. Clap, clap. Risk it for the biscuit.
You better stop for Autumn turn on Elmo in there.
I know, my and just switch out the AC compressor and it may work. But if it don't, you've wasted some money.
All right. Lou T. I'm a less than average DIY driveway mechanic. Hey man, you doing good.
It's no such thing as less than average.
Yeah, man.
I'm less than average then if it's such thing as that. I don't, everybody is unique and beautiful in their own way.
So you change that oil.
Yeah.
This might be what you do.
Yeah, and whatever you do a good job at it.
That's right. So a friend's 2,800 Civic motor mounts and wheel bearings seem intimidating. Supporting the motor mounts and taking apart the hub assembly seem risky.
As a beginner, wheel hub assemblies is intimidating. I'm not gonna lie to you. You may have to press that stuff out. That was one of my big things that I was scared of getting into the industry for years. So I will avoid that. Engine mounts, on the other hand, is pretty easy. You get that car up on jack stands. On the lowest setting, just so you can slide up under there if you need to. You get yourself a nice floor jack with a wooden board and position that wooden board probably on the edge of the oil pan where the most strongest point of it is, and jack it up, take the weight off that mount, unbolt that mount, boom, 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 put the new mount back on there, let it down, you're golden. So that, I believe you can definitely handle that if you've been doing this stuff in your driveway. I think everybody started in their driveways. Nothing wrong with that.
He sure did, for sure. Derek Brown says, how much do your shop charge per hour? We are at currently, and I say currently, $145. We're probably going to have to go up. Nothing too crazy, but I'm looking at around the 150 range because I'll tell people this all the time, so I'm going to tell you too. Everyone that's viewing, when it comes to labor rates, and like I just had to nicely tell the car show rep the other day, it is not based off what your competitors are charging. That's none of your business what they charge. And I'm not being mean when I say that. I'm being real. See, it goes off of what your overhead is. How many billable hours do you have to charge to make that overhead? Okay. Now, our shop overhead monthly is probably sitting somewhere about $20,000 a month.
Probably more than that now.
Probably more than that now because I just hired another guy. Before we see anything, I have to meet that 20-some thousand a month before we take a paycheck home. If I'm worried about what the next shop is doing, for example, there's a shop behind me. He owns good shop. I don't want to name his name because I don't want to put his business out there, but very great shop. Solid reviews. Labor rate is around $100. However, he owns his building, so he has no rent. He probably paid property taxes and that's it. But he owns the land in the building.
He's swimming in the dough.
I can't compete with him at $100 and still make my overhead. Okay,
we'll go out of business trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Correct. So your labor rate is not determined by your competitors. Now, to that same conversation, he and I were talking when we went for a visit. He said that he's gonna need to go up because people act like the costs that are rising, it affects us too, right? They're going up on the rent. It could be going up on his taxes.
Going up on parts and
going up on parts.
Yeah,
some parts I was able to get for 50% less. I'm having to pay $700 for when I know last year I was getting that same part for $400. So, you know, I don't know why you asked the question, but I just felt the need to educate you and everyone else on what the labor rate actually is. Because in this industry, people like to shop around, but they doing it based off of that element, and it's just not the same thing. Now, if we could all control our rent, because I'm gonna be transparent, it's $6,000 a month, over $6,000, and they're going up again. Which is why we need to get our own space.
Yeah, I could be paying half that, which the savings can be brought up onto.
Yeah,
my people.
Not only that, automotive industry is, we have to be competitive in pay. I don't get why certain dealerships are paying people $15 an hour to be a lube tech when you can go to McDonald's and make that. So in order to do that, that labor rate needs to cover your people. Okay, so if my labor rate is $100 and I want a real good tech and I want to pay them $30, that means I'm only going to see $70. So a lot of people say, well, you're paying all this labor rate money. Where's the money go? Just because the labor rate is $145 don't mean we see $145. I got to pay the tech. I got to pay the bills. See what I'm saying? So if your labor rate is $100, you got you a good tech paying $30 an hour. So technically the shop is only going to see $70 an hour. Now you got to try to make that work to make your overhead. I hope that, I know that was a long-winded answer, but again, unapologetically, we are running a business, and I know you didn't ask for that, but I just felt the need to share that because I know a lot of aspiring shop owners watch us and follow us and ask questions like that. And it's like, listen, this is the reason people say, where are all the good techs gone? Where's all the good mechanics? Well, the good ones are tired of getting paid crap, so they went and found another job doing something else, making more money.
They're going to fleet work where they don't have to deal with customers.
Yeah, they're going to fleet work. They're going to work for Caterpillar. They're going to work for places that are paying them these high dollar amount hours where they can still use their mechanical skills while the auto repair industry is still behind the curve.
And new people that's getting in trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they find themselves going out and going out of business within 2-3 years. Because they're trying to compete with Joe down the street. Oh,
can't do that.
His labor rate 75. Well, I can't do 75, but I can do 80. Oh, okay.
No.
You do that and see what happens.
No. I'm gonna tell you that right now, unapologetically.
So good question.
Great question. We are running a business, and a lot of shops who start, a lot of people who start shops go out of business because they don't understand that concept. And it's not like it's a lot of books and information out here on how to run an auto repair shop. I had learned all this stuff. I found Facebook groups of other repair shop owners who taught me this stuff. So anyway, if you're in them trying to start a business, I advise you to do that. But if you wanted to just to know, but that's what it is. And if they go up on this rent one more time, unfortunately, I'm gonna be forced to go up just a few more dollars to cover it. Cyrus says, "Win that giveaway. I need that Autel." Listen, it's my fault. I am going to take full accountability. I've been mothering. I believe that our household had COVID. I heard that the COVID numbers are back up. I say I believe because they didn't say that, but wind up having to take my baby girl to the ER. Alex is asthmatic. I don't know if you guys know that, but the kids inherited that from him. They have deadly asthma. So I had to take the 2-year-old to the ER because her asthma was just getting worse and worse.
Horrible.
And they was like, well, it's induced by a viral infection. They wouldn't tell me what that infection is. And then all last week, we all was just going down like flies with different symptoms.
I punched through though.
102-degree fevers, folks, asthma, coughing, chills, muscle aches. We all had it. So I don't know what that was, but for that, I haven't been at work and I didn't shoot the video, but I promise you,
we're gonna get on it.
To daggone tomorrow.
We gotta get on it.
It's coming out, okay? It's coming out. I got you. I'm gonna say OG because I'm about to screw that up. OG say, "Hello, brother. I'm getting into an automotive tech school, and I'm a little concerned if I'll be able to pull it off or not. Do you have any tips for me?"
if this is your passion and this is what you enjoy doing, you're gonna do great. Nothing is gonna stop you from your destiny. Meaning, if you're destined to be in this field, hey, it's gonna happen. Tips: uh, do, do continue to seek knowledge. Follow, YouTubers like myself that's willing to share information with you. Um, go above and beyond. That's what I did coming up in the industry. While everybody else was doing crazy stuff, my peers, I was at the library reading automotive books because it really,
that
had my gears turning. Turned
that
my
word
gears.
bothers me.
What?
You said library, man. It's
Oh,
library,
yeah,
man.
library.
I love you,
uh,
man. It's okay.
I still do that to this day. Like if I get on a project of, or even if I know stuff about the thing, I will continue to research, and sometimes I get nothing from it, and sometimes I get little tips and tricks. Never, uh, never have a full cup. Always keep your cup empty, ready to learn. Never interrupt someone from trying to tell you something. Like they may be trying to say, "Yeah, this is how alternator work." Yeah, no, I know how alternator work. You can say that. I don't want you to waste your breath. Don't do that, because his next sentence may have been something else that is like a whole moment saying, and this is this, and plus this little tip. And by you interrupting him, you never would have heard that tad bit. The quietest person in the room is the smartest person. Um, those are my tips.
Okay. Um, if you love it, if you ain't out here talking about cars,
Yeah, like the peers, my crew that I'm surrounded by. After work, we'll still be gathered around talking about cars.
I just
We come up here on our day off. Everybody was there yesterday. Yep, Saturday. We talking about cars and doing car stuff. Like, who comes to work on their day off to mess around with cars after you just finished a week of doing cars? True enthusiasts. So if you don't sleep, eat, breathe this stuff, it's
you're
not
not
for
gonna
you.
like it.
Mm-mm.
You're not gonna like it.
I love cars. I just wanna roll around in some oil. Woo! No, not really, but you get my drift.
He telling the truth. I just be like, can you please not talk about cars today? I don't want to hear it. Hold on 1 second. This is our daughter. Hold on. But are you okay? What's up, girl? Okay, so when she be calling playing, I just hang up on her. Like I'm
Playing
a
games.
concerned parent. Whatever, it's
She not
textable.
okay.
Anyway, not John B. 1B says, is there any preventive maintenance I can do? No.
Preventive maintenance you can do on what?
He had the Silverado, he said. Was that you, one? Let me see. Hold on.
I'm confused.
He had the Silverado made in Mexico.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I just seen him.
To stop the lifters and train on his second transmission, etc., etc.
It's just the luck of the draw, I guess.
It's nothing you can
I don't think there is anything. Maybe you try using the best quality oil, maybe like Royal Purple or Amsoil or Mobile One. It's all in the oiling. I know some people been saying they've been changing their oil 3 to 5,000 miles with full synthetic, even though the full synthetic blends can. No, not the full synthetic oil, not synthetic blends. The full synthetic can go up. Some oils can go up where to 15 to 10,000 miles, and people still say they change it. 3 to 5,000 miles. Try that. Regular engine flushes with the little solution, dumping your engine oil and ride around to break up all that carbon buildup. The modern day engine is very dirty. Fuel induction service wouldn't help, but it will help. No, yes, it will. It will help. that engine is direct injected, and the back of the valves don't get sprayed with fuel like port injected, and they'll get very clogged up and dirty. Regular fuel induction services, and if you're really concerned about it, install a catch can. That'll help keep the back of the valves from caking up like that, which will eventually drop down in your engine and messing up stuff.
Okay.
Mouthful, but that's my advice.
She was just calling to tell us she made it.
Oh, she outside?
No, I was texting her just now. I don't know who that is outside
Playing
bumping like that. All right, K Escobar. Alex, I know you don't do many automatic transmission repair at your shop.
Just replace,
but
service.
Do you do any clutch replacements all the time?
I am a manual expert. The automatic never really got my gears turning like manual transmissions do. Like, man, when I went to school, was rebuilding synchros. I was like the only one that could put the synchros together. Everybody else is having a hard time putting those things together. And I don't know, I've rebuilt many manual transmissions. It's just something about seeing what is actually happening. I'm a visual person versus a textbook of, ooh, this pressure got to go to here and then energize this and put pressure on this pack. If I can't see it, I have a hard time processing it. And it's just, I can see what's going on with the manual. Once I open it up, I can see exactly what's happening versus an automatic. All I see is clutch packs and freaking lines.
And then those little check balls.
Yeah, check balls. And it's like, no.
It's too much.
Now, I've rebuilt several automatics successfully, but I'm not comfortable with doing it for the public. So yeah.
Yeah, you did rebuild yours.
Yeah, I rebuilt my I rebuilt mine, and rebuilt maybe about under a handful in my life successfully, surprisingly.
Black Gold says, congrats on the plaque.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. It still means something that, like I said, and YouTube is something else. That's all I can say. Ashton says, it's because you guys put in honest work and we all love the content. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna do it like a little rapid fire real quick. GTA Disciple says, congrats on your YouTube.
We're behind because we show.
I know, right? Ashton says, go one next. We working on it. We're gonna keep on keeping on. But listen, guys, I was trying to scroll through. We got so many questions that we missed. But it's been an hour and 30 minutes.
Holy moly.
These kids up in here.
Yeah, they gotta get everybody at school.
Needs to get ready to go to school tomorrow.
I'm gonna try to go live, do another little work lunch live with you guys. Y'all seem to like that.
Here's one. Steven says, what brand do you and Miss Scott? I drive a VW Jetta
Diesel.
TDI.
This has been bulletproofed.
Alex drives
through and through
minivan.
I drive some of everything.
Ford F-250 sometimes.
Well, mainly my Ford F-250. I daily it. I don't want to because it drinks fuel. It's not that bad, but I prefer to be in my town and country, which I don't have currently.
We bought from the junk man for
$500.
I swear you switch that number every time.
I don't.
Anyway, we love you.
Yes.
We got to go. I got to make sure the kids is bathed and ready to go to school tomorrow, but we thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for all the support and love that y'all showed tonight. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to show y'all our plaque one more time. Ours, yours, and ours too.
Yeah. Wouldn't have got here without y'all support.
For sure.
Thank you. Alex Car Doctor out.
See you guys on the next one.
Peace.